Hello everyone, welcome back to Fraud on the Telly. Today we are returning back to Rising of the Shield Hero as Season 2 has finally debuted. With that in mind, today we're going to break down all of Naofumi's shields and their abilities that we see in Season 1. Obviously, Naofumi has a ton of these shields, so to keep things simple, we're going to try to be covering just the main ones that we see in the anime, or at least the ones that we see in passing. As there are a ton of shields that are referenced, especially throughout the light novels, that are just never really shown off in the anime. As always, if you enjoy the video or learn something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out our full recap video of Season 1 of Rising of the Shield Hero, so you're nice and prepped for Season 2. Okay, let's get into it. Starting things off, we have the base small shield, form of Naofumi's legendary shield. Upon arriving in this strange kingdom of Melramak, Naofumi found a small silver shield embedded with a green gem attached to his arm. This is the legendary shield, which upon being bound to the hero, is unable to be removed, and thus any other weapons are incompatible with the said hero. The shield in its base form still provides decent defense, as we see Naofumi farm numerous low-level enemies with it. However, its primary skill is the shield's ability to consume matter. When doing so, the shield unlocks new abilities, skills, spells, and even new shields. As well, the shield can even emit a small energy field to negate some damage, which we see best used early on when he's fighting the orange balloons. However, it's important to note that this shield only protects him from minuscule amounts of damage, as he can still get hurt if the damage is strong enough to break through. It's this adaptability that makes the legendary shield so strong, as like in a video game, the shield upgrades as Naofumi levels up. Next we have the orange shield, and the colored shield series overall. Naofumi acquired this shield in episode 1 when feeding the orange balloon to his shield. It gives him a +2 to his defense stat. Similarly, the yellow shield, which is basically just a reskin of this shield, as well as the red shield, which, like the yellow and orange shield, is acquired when, you guessed it, they kill a red balloon monster. Moving on to the leaf shield, which gives Naofumi the ability to forage for better plant life, hence why the plants he sells in the town are more refined than what can be found naturally in the wild. Continuing on, we have the fishing shield, which you can guess increases Naofumi's fishing ability. Next we get a series of shields known as the mush shields. These were acquired after Naofumi killed a pack of mushrooms. They give him the ability to make medicine more effectively as well as refine it. As well, there are a number of other shield sets that don't appear in the anime, like the Usta shields, which Naofumi gained access to when killing this bunny-like creature, as well as the egg shield series, which boost his cooking abilities. In addition, we have the small medicine shield and the poison shields, which he obtains after feeding the medicine he made for Raphtalia to his shield. These shields respectively help refine his medicine-making ability and buff his poison resistance. Moving on, we have the pickaxe shield, which we can see Naofumi unlock here. This gives him, you guessed it, a boost to his mining, which we see him use to obtain the crystals before they fight the demon dog in the cave. Next, we have one of my favorite shields, the rope shield. This shield contains a bonus shield, called the airstrike shield, which allows Naofumi to create a large spectral magic shield. We see him use this numerous times throughout the anime in both offensive and defensive capacities, able to strike his foes with it from a distance, or even protect his allies. This is definitely one of Naofumi's most useful shields in Season 1. But most notably when he created 2 airstrike shields to block the Pope's Massage Energy Blast later on in the season. As well as the shield has a special ability called Rope, which behaves similar to a grappling hook, where the shield sends out a rope attaching itself to the object, which the user can use to hold themselves up. Next we have the two-headed black dog shield, which he acquired after he and Raphtalia killed the two-headed dog in the cave. This shield has 2 abilities, the first being Alert. This ability sets an alarm on the shield that goes off if an enemy gets within 20 meters of Naofumi. As well, the effect Dog Bite, or the dog heads on the shield extend out, biting their target, which we see him use numerous times throughout the show. Next, we have another one of my favorite shields, the pipe shield. The pipe shield, aside from looking freaking awesome, has a unique ability called Shield Prison. When using this ability, Naofumi can create a large cage-like structure around his target, trapping him. We see him use this ability to great success in his duel against the Spear Hero, and later, in combination with his teammates, to great effect. Next we have one of Naofumi's current strongest shields, the Soul Eater's shield. This was claimed after Naofumi and his allies killed the Soul Eater boss in the second wave. This shield, while buffing Naofumi's defensive stats, has an important ability, which allows it to drain SP or skill points from its target. This shield came in clutch later on at the end of Season 1 in Naofumi's fight against Glass. As she is a fighter who heavily relies on skill points to defeat her enemies, this shield hard counters her, as Naofumi could just slurp them all up. Next, the Chimera Viper Shield, which has the special effect Snake Venom Fang. where 2 snakes protrude from the shield, striking Naofumi's enemies. I believe this shield was obtained when Naofumi and the party killed Anu in the alchemist's lair. As well, these snakes can poison his enemy. Luckily for them, this shield gives Naofumi expertise in making antidotes. Next, we have the voice Gengar shield, a shield we see Naofumi use again in the old alchemist lair. This shield has the special effect Megaphone, which Naofumi uses in a combined attack with Philo. Another small shield, the book shield. This shield gives Naofumi an increase in his magic power, which is why we see him always have it equipped whenever he performs any type of magic, primarily healing magic or when he creates potions. Finally, we have Naofumi's secret weapon, only to be used in emergency situations. The Wrath Shield, or the Rage Shield, unlocked from his anger after his loss to Mosuyasu in the duel, where once again Naofumi has been set up. He allowed his anger to take hold of him as a message popped up saying the Curse Shield conditions have been met and unlocked. Later on in episode 8, when Philo is swallowed by the zombie dragon, Naofumi again allows his anger to take over, unlocking the Rage Shield 1. This shield came with the abilities Iron Maiden, which Naofumi can literally create an Iron Maiden, trapping his enemy inside, dealing massive damage, and the special equip effect, Self-Curse Burning, which surrounds Naofumi in fire. Later on, when feeding the core of the zombie dragon to his shield, Naofumi unlocks Rage Shield 2, which gives him the added effects of Dragon Rage, which also applied to Philo, as she also swallowed the dragon core. This made her rage and attack violently with a drastic increase in speed. Finally, we have the Shield of Rage 3, which is the last Rage Shield we see in Season 1. When using this shield, Naofumi's armor changes to matching the shield. We see it extend down to his gauntlets and his breastplate, and even to shoulder pauldrons, the armor bearing a resemblance to a dragon. Naofumi unlocks this in episode 20 against the Pope, when he allows him to succumb to the dragon's hatred. This shield comes with the Blood Sacrifice equip skill, a dangerous move that causes the user to take massive damage to themselves in a sacrifice, which summons a large skeleton-like dragon, which we see Naofumi used in order to devour the Pope. As well, in Season 2, Episode 1, we see Naofumi use the ability Dark Curse Burning, summoning again that red flame, devouring his enemies. It seems Naofumi now has a bit more control over the Wrath Shield. Out of all of his shields, the Curse Shield really is the most badass. I mean, every protagonist has to have their edgy cheat code button. Let me know the other shields that I missed in the comments below. There are so many of them in the light novels that don't pop up in the anime, so I know I was bound to miss some. As always, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click a video on screen now, like our full Season 1 recap of Rising of the Shield Hero, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. As always, peace, love, adieu.